Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel, the Purple Sparkle Studio. My name is John, as you all already know. Hey man, I'm up early this morning. Yeah, it's about 5:30 in the morning where I am. So I'm up early for work, and I still work, and I'll continue to work probably until the day I pass away, if God permits me the health to do that. I have no plans to retire anytime soon, simply because I don't have the funds to retire anytime soon. But that's okay. Neither do most other people. So keep plugging along. But anyway, that's not why you came to watch this video. You came to watch this video to see what I just got in from Sweetwater. Well, first of all, from Sweetwater, see, I already opened a package, and they include in every package they send out this nice brochure. Happy New Gear Day. Isn't that nice of them? They also give you a bag of candy. Isn't that cool? Anyway, what did I order? I needed a new bass drum mic. So I ordered an Audix Fusion. And it's this mic right here. The Audix F6 Fusion, if you can see that. Yeah. Isn't that cool? All right. The Audix F6 Fusion. So, comes in a box, as I just showed you. And in the box, inside the box, they give you this little sticker. I like that. That's pretty cool. Let me clear that up for you. Hearing is believing. Isn't that cool? I like that. And of course, they also send the typical instructions, brochure, whatnot. I'll open that up for you here. And there you have it. Okay, you see that? That's pretty cool. So, why did I order this bass drum mic? This actually will make 3 bass drum mics that I now own. I've been using a Shure Beta 52. It is a good bass drum mic. But this is also a pretty good bass drum mic, I believe. And oh yeah, let me show you something else. The holder that it came with. Excuse me. This right here, that's the holder. That's pretty cool. See if I can get that to focus. Oh yeah, that's nice. But yeah, the holder, and like I said, this mic's fairly heavy. And you just push it in like this. It's not too hard. And there you go. That's how that fits. But why did I order another bass drum mic? Well, I contacted my good friends at Sweetwater. I deal with a gentleman by the name of Stephen Campbell. He's a good guy. And he's a wonderful representative at Sweetwater. He always takes care of me. And I said, hey, Stephen, what is a good bass drum mic for $100? And he got to looking and he said, well, he said, for 120 roughly, I can do an Audix F6. He said, and that is for the best, for the money, in his opinion, one of the best. So I said, you know, okay, go ahead and send it. I was just going to use a Shure SM57. That might have worked out just fine. But the 57 is not necessarily a bass drum mic. Like I said, it might work, but I decided to go with an actual bass drum mic. So I ordered this. I've hooked it up. I did some light recording with it the other day, and it's doing pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy. I was using a condenser mic, believe it or not, for my bass drum, a Audio-Technica 2020. And wow, that thing gives a thump. You hit the bass drum and it sounds like you're knocking on an old door. You know? But it's not really made, the condenser mic, not really made to be inside the bass drum. But you can do it. It really gives you a thump. Remember, if you use a condenser mic inside of a bass drum, when you go to mix it, you've got to turn that mic down. I mean, way down. Because it really cuts through the music, okay? Maybe some of you might like that. I don't know. I might like it. Maybe I'll put it back on. I don't know. But for now, I am using this, and I'm very happy so far. So a cheaper bass drum mic, a budget mic. Well, I wouldn't call it a budget mic, bass drum mic, but it's not an expensive bass drum mic. So if you're looking for a good bass drum mic, the Audix F6, give this a try. I think you might be happy, okay? So, what else came in from Sweetwater? Well, yes. Nothing like a new Gator drum case. See that? Pretty cool, right? It's a snare drum case, and I needed that. I really needed that. What I like about the snare drum case too is, I didn't know it would come with this, but it came with an extra container, or compartment, should I say. See that? I guess you could put a practice pad in there, or a spare drum head if you needed. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Your sticks will fit in there just fine, so that's a good idea. And it's a Gator case, as I said. It's a soft case. Nice and red inside. I like that. That's pretty cool. And there you go. Now, guys, anymore, all I will buy for drums as far as cases are soft cases. Now, hard cases are nice. They certainly have their place. But they do cost more money than soft cases. And hard cases are especially nice if I don't have a camper top on the back of my truck. So if I was going to a gig and it started pouring down rain, the hard cases are going to protect the drums much better than the soft. However, I can get a tarpaulin at Harbor Freight for 15, 20 bucks. You know, they were 10. Now that all the tariffs are here, I don't know. There might be 20, 25 now. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I could do that and get by. As a matter of fact, I would have probably some room in the front of my truck to put some of the drums up there anyway. So maybe a couple of big plastic garbage bags covering the cases, and I'd probably make do just fine. So, with that being said, soft cases I think are the way to go. Now, if I was going to be on tour for a year, and which that ain't happening, but if I was, yeah, I would definitely get hard cases, because the drums are just going to get thrown around. You know, the cases are going to get thrown around, and the soft cases are going to tear up pretty quick. Whereas the hard cases, they'll last a good while. So, but like I said, since I'm not doing that, there's really no need to have hard cases. Not in my opinion. So the soft cases are perfectly fine. They're cheaper. They're lighter. They're easier to pack. So that's what I recommend. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's been a pleasure making this. I'll see you on the next one. And remember, playing the drums, if you put in this some time and effort, it's not that hard. If I can do it, you can do it.